Have you given Hi-Fi Rush a look? Yeah, and the fact that chat thinks I can't clap on beat with my dryer jingle makes me not want to play the game. You can't? I don't even hear a beat. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Your clapping has gotten better. What do you mean it's gotten better? Beat doesn't mean drum rhythm or whatever. It's just like the bass time unit of a song. So every song has one, including the dryer song. Okay, and how do you figure that out? Just by listening to it, so you know when to clap.
Not until we get a little closer.
Or is it just people will argue about where they think the beat should be in a song that doesn't have one already defined for you? You listen to it? Okay, so people just will disagree. You count the beats. All right. Chat, if beat is not defined by an actual sound that is on beat within the song, how can it not be something that is going to be like quite subjective for a lot between different people? Even if a lot of people are going to agree, like surely there can't be an objective measurement if it's not already defined by the song itself, right? I don't see how it could be. If it's just something you're feeling out, it's not subjective. Then explain to me how can it be objectively measured if it's something you're just feeling out? Music is not subjective. Okay. Okay. Start with a 4 count. Think of a house song since they use a 4/4 beat. That's the Massive Attack from the house intro, the show. That has a do 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 do. That has a beat that's defined for it, doesn't it? I am distinctly reminded of the time that there was an echo in a song and you guys all argued with the person who wrote the song in chat. It is very hard to take any of you seriously right now when it comes to this. I have basic musical education. It's not subjective. Okay, explain to me. Like if it's not subjective and it's not defined by the song itself. If your argument is that it is defined by the song itself, okay, then say that. But right now people aren't saying that. All right, Soro is saying it. The beat is defined by the song itself. It's something called BPM, which is beats per minute, which measures how many beats you can fit in a minute. Your brain figures it out by noting how much time passes before musical phrases repeat. Okay, what if my brain figures it out differently than your brain? Isn't that just the definition of subjective? You're saying your brain just figures it out without any objective metric being supplied here. So, how is that not subjective? Then you're wrong? Okay. You can definitely be wrong. But how can you definitely be wrong if it's subjective? You can be in the minority and your like decision on it can be bad to most people. Like I'm not saying like, oh, mine is worth as much as anyone else's. I'm not saying that. It's not subjective. Then explain it. How is it not subjective? Does color stop being objective if you're colorblind? I mean, isn't there a whole thing about color that we can't even tell if people are seeing the same colors?
Superhuman?
Don't people disagree all the time about what colors go well together? Like people have favorite colors and colors they don't like. Like color is very subjective. What the fuck are you talking about? The objective metric is the repeat of the phrase. Okay, can you give me an example of it then? If you can, then okay, that's great. I'm not saying that you can't. It's just no one has supplied one yet. Color isn't subjective. Favorite color is. We have objective ways of measuring colors. Maybe the whole thought experiment of like, do I see the same red that you do is a different thing then. Joe would be like, rhythm literally doesn't exist. I'm not saying that. Maybe you're just trying to trigger me. Okay, I got this. Songs have a set time signature. For example, most songs have a 4 out of 4 time signature. The numerator means the amount of beats per measure on sheet music, and the denominator dictates what note constitutes a beat. 4 meaning a quarter note. That combined with tempo determines how a song's beat would sound. I don't understand half of this. I don't know enough about music theory to understand half of what you just said. Can I have an example of how I could determine that from like a song? Megalovania, very good example for this, is based on a repeating musical phrase. You know the one. So now sing the phrase and imagine yourself counting to 4. What? And imagine yourself counting to 4 along with it in even intervals. Why would I even think to count to 4? Why would my brain just immediately go 4? I don't understand that part. Why not 3? Why not 7? Why 4? Most music is in 4/4, but why? Because 99% of modern music is 4 out of 4. Okay, so it's subjective. because society just decided that 4 out of 4 is the most common. And if you don't know that, no, what do you mean no? Why would I think 4? Is foot versus meter subjective? I don't know what those are. Oh, you mean in terms of like measuring distance? No, they're not. I thought you meant that fucking meter because like there are musical meters. Deciding whether to use foot or meter is subjective, probably. So deciding whether it's 4 out of 4 or like a different number could be subjective, but I don't think I'm fully understanding what the 4 out of 4 even is. If you try 7 with Megalovania, it will line up weirdly with the music. 4 and 8 feel better. It is subjective, but only barely because 99% of people agree. Oh, so it is subjective. Okay. I'm glad you said that because like lining up weirdly, that's a subjective feeling kind of thing. It's not. What do you mean it's not? What's wrong with it being subjective, chat? Why are you so angry? Why can't it be subjective? It's math. What do you mean it's math? People are jumping between 3 different definitions. Yeah, maybe they're just not explaining it well. The chat, I'm not even disagreeing with you because I don't know enough about this to disagree. It's just I'm begging someone to fucking explain it to me properly and no one can. But that's probably because it's a Twitch chat. Because time signatures are mathematical, music is generally divided into 4s because it's very easy to subdivide or multiply. Okay, very easy, so it's natural, does not mean objective. Like if I have no music theory whatsoever, no music knowledge, like why would I pick 4? What's wrong with 8? What's wrong with fucking 6? Like why 4? Just because a lot of people have fucking decided that 4 is really easy. Apparently that's not even the only time signature that music has. Joe, I don't understand this chat. Yeah, it's pretty frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not, like again, I want to stress, I'm not even disagreeing. I just don't understand and I want to understand. Joe, please listen to this. I am not clicking a musical link on stream. I'll look at after stream, sorry. But a song written in 4 out of 4 is in 4 out of 4. Okay, but songs don't announce at the beginning, yo, what up, DJ Khaled? This song's 4/4. Let's go. Do 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 do. And then you know, like you tell by listening to it. And like if you don't know, I'm pretty sure you could easily come to a different conclusion and be like, oh, I hear something else here, and I feeling a different beat for this. Joe, this notation, there's no, when you, oh my fucking god. Okay, now I'm getting angry. Okay, like when you listen to a song, it doesn't come with a fucking sheet, a music sheet that will tell you the fucking notation. You can hear it. I can't. That's the whole fucking point. No, I can't. And apparently I'm not alone. That's the whole issue. I'm not saying I'm a majority or even like a significant minority. I'm just saying I can't. Just because you can't hear it doesn't make it subjective. You might be right, but no one has explained it yet. Every single explanation has included some qualitative, very highly subjective wording like, oh, it's weird. Oh, this is just how it's done. Oh, this is just convention. Okay, that's not good enough. You need to go one layer below that and explain, okay, well, why is it convention? What are the markings there that make this subjective? Oh, it's like math. Okay, explain how it's like math. I know math is actually involved in a lot of art forms, you know, but like you can make the argument everything is math. It's where it repeats. Okay, how do you make a judgment of what sections are repeating? If there's like a small repetition of like 2 notes in a larger section of piece of music where there's larger series of groups of repetition within that, how do you judge what's the significant repetition? Because they repeat. What do you mean it repeats? They mean chords, not notes? It's like the shortest, most meaningful pattern. All right, so how is judging what's meaningful or not a subjective fucking qualitative call? What you think is meaningful is different than what I think is meaningful. Music has strong and weak beats, and they repeat in patterns. For example, strong, weak, strong, weak. All right, last word on this topic because I want to be absolutely fucking crystal clear. Okay, me trying to possibly float out the idea of like it being subjective is 1000% not me saying that my perception of it is as important as yours. I know I'm not really into music. I am not trying to pass off, oh, it's valid, it's valid. I'm not doing that, okay? I am not doing that. But so far, chat has not been able to make a good argument against this, and I think that's because it's chat. Talking in a chat room like this, when people don't even understand it and there's a lot of shit posting, like, it does not weaken your argument. It doesn't mean that, oh, I won this one, fucking put that in the cringe collection. Not saying that. I will look into this more, or I'll click some links or whatever. Like, let's just fucking move on. Simply accept you might be wrong. I've been saying that the whole fucking conversation. The whole conversation I've been saying that. Please read the pit. No, fuck you, I'm done. We're playing Forspoken. Literally 4 waves of enemies to pet it. There's like there's fucking 7 goddamn like lanterns in here. These are on the 4/4 beat because there's 4 of them over here, but the ones that are shielded by this guy are on the 3/4 beat over there.
Got you on your toes now. Bullseye.
That's why the music changes when we go over there. Are you gonna stream Forspoken 2 when it comes out? Oh yeah, for sure. I'll be really happy to stream Forspoken 2 when it comes out, because that means I'm dead and I'm in some weird like heaven where all projects got finished and everyone realized what they did, because that's the only way Forspoken 2 is gonna come out. So I'll be really happy to be in heaven. Yeah, bro, streaming. Yeah, of course my heaven is gonna have some version of chat in it. Love hanging out with you guys. You're so nice about things that I might not understand. I would argue that music theory is technically a subjective study, but that within it, someone like Megalovania is objectively a 4/4. Okay, Megalovania goes.
What happens to you when all this is over?
So do 4.
But let's not worry about me for now.
Now that's 6.
We have places to be.
Copy that.
No, it's 4. Don't count notes? What am I counting then? Not all dutes are equal? How am I supposed to know that? You count the beat? But the whole experiment we're trying to do now is determine where the beat is.
Pretend we didn't know.
And you're saying that you have to count major repetitions in order to find the beat. And now you're saying that the way you find the beat is just hear the beat. Most people can just hear it. Skill issue, but it probably is. But I'm trying to figure out where the skill issue lies.
Wow. Yeah, that's quite a view.
How are you just saying, oh, some of the notes you just don't count, Lamayo, and like you're just supposed to know that? How are you supposed to know? Well, you just know because you know the beat. Well, how do you determine the beat? Well, you know what notes to count. You count them, they're just worth less. Okay, how am I supposed to know that without reading the sheet music? It's worth less if it's shorter. How am I supposed to know that without knowing music theory? You don't? Okay, so it's subjective. Some people hear it, some people don't. Some people have to learn it. Joe, it's not subjective in 99% of cases. How can it be objective 99% of the time? That's what subjective means. Okay, here's maybe this is where the issue lies. Okay, I'm thinking that beat, because this is how it's been described to me, because people keep saying it's something you have to feel out. My view on beat is that you listen to the music and there is a time during the music that it feels really good to go like clap or tap your foot or just be like, all right, so here I go. That's the beat. I'm feeling the beat. Here I go. Right? Am I wrong? That's it, right? Okay, so my argument is that when it feels good to do that, it's subjective, right? And chat said, no, it's objective. And then I've said, okay, you're probably right because I don't know music theory. So can you tell me, how can I objectively know when it's supposed to feel good to do the clap, right? And now chat is trying to explain it. And as chat is, think of a drum beat, but some songs don't have a drum beat. Because this is the whole point. If a song has a beat built in, then I agree, that's the beat, because the song is itself bringing the beat along with it. The specific thing that came up was that some songs don't have a beat built in, don't have an audible beat, and chat said specifically, I think almost verbatim, just because a song doesn't have an audible beat doesn't mean it doesn't have one. Songs with no drums still adhere to a time signature. Okay, all right, that's fine. All right, so we're still fine then. As long as you're right. Okay, that's fine then. All right, so now I'm saying to chat, how do I objectively find out the time signature from listening? And they said stuff like meaningful repetition if it's in 4/4. And now I said, okay, so now I counted notes, and now they're telling me no, some notes don't count. So now I'm saying, well, how am I supposed to know when it feels good to do the clap? If it feels good to me and it's wrong, then how the fuck am I supposed to objectively judge it? Asking how you find something 100% objectively from your sense is ill-posed. But that's what that's what objective means. What? Music tech major. This is very hard to explain accurately. Songs have a rhythm. Songs have a time signature. You can feel it out or analyze it to find out. Feeling it is just a natural way, but you could technically feel it wrong. Full analysis would do it all the way. So if someone was like on a dance floor dancing to the beat and they were dancing to the wrong beat because they've heard it wrong, like, you would say they're dancing wrong? It's less about the notes and the time intervals. It's not X notes per beat, it's X time between beats. I don't know how to read sheet music, but I've always been good at feeling the beat, so it's hard to explain. X time between beats? So with Megalovania, it's do-do-do-do, and then do-do-do-do-do-do. But why were people saying notes and chords then? It's just pauses. Where's the 4 coming from? For what? 4 claps? Now people are disagreeing with. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. Do is 1 and 2. How is that 1 and 2?
Remember that.
It is? The fucking music major in fucking chat is saying it's not. Each measure is 4 beats long, but contains 3 beats. Blue tiles are water tiles. They have piranhas in them. The orange ones next to it, orange scented. Piranhas don't like the orange scented, so they stay away from it. Purple tiles are fucking like chaos. If you go on that, the beat changes. Yellow are electrified. If they're next to the fucking water, they do it. But if they hit the orange scented tiles, it makes the orange go away and the little piranhas can go into the orange. Also, some water tiles are dyed and the piranhas are in there and you don't know until you step on them. That's actually how music theory feels sometimes. Oh my lord, then how is it objective? Objective does not mean simple. Who said that it did, Cheddar? Who also said that subjective means complicated? You? When did I say that? Did you think my bit about the fucking like puzzle tiles, it was a bit about complicated? No, that's about fucking chaos. It's not about like, oh, it's complicated, therefore it can't be objective. There's like plenty of things in the world are fucking objective and complicated. What the fuck are you talking about? Nah, before what? Okay, if I said objective means simple, I was wrong to say that and I misspoke because I don't think that, but I don't think I did. If I did, then I misspoke and I meant to say a different word. That happens to me sometimes. Megalovania is tough because it's a bunch of 1/16th notes and breaks. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Joseph, what do you think about the way a lot of new games have a constant flow of quips and one-liners to the main character? What the fuck does this have to do with music theory? The Tool fan that hates time signatures? Yeah, maybe I just listen to such complex music, I guess. You know, I'm just ascended. I don't know anything about music theory, but I just listen to really complicated music. I get, you know, get on my level, I guess. I feel compelled that what I just said was a joke because apparently a lot of people can't tell. I'm gonna have disclaimers of all my jokes from now on. Okay, disclaimer, that was also a joke. Stream Osu? Is that like Osi?
Oof, that's gotta hurt. Okay,
what?
Here we go.
Why would you put enemies that can just layer over attack? Is there some like 4/4 beat of the fight that I'm not feeling out for when I need to dodge?